Winning Blueprint presents.
5 minutes or less.
Had so much success with it before, I'm back with it again. The 5 minute or less series. This time it's the schedule release variety. Welcome, I'm your host Lou. Thank you for joining me here with the 5 minute or less schedule release of the Cincinnati Bengals. Got 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get started. So when I look at a schedule, the first thing I like to look for is the primetime matchups. How many do you have? Cincinnati has been a hot team of late, last 2 seasons, making the postseason. So you look at their schedule, they have 3 primetime matchups. That's big for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1 on each platform, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football. So you start with Thursday Night Football, Week 9 at Miami. That's going to be a tough game. The Dolphins have made a lot of improvements to their football team. That's going to be a tough place to go into on a Thursday night primetime matchup. And we know the Dolphins don't have a lot of those probably. That might be their only one. So they're going to be really geeked up. The fans are going to be energized. That's going to be a tough matchup. Week 9 at Miami. You look at Week 15 at the Steelers. Sunday Night Football. Tough matchup. You got these guys on Sunday Night Football last year. Now the NFL has returned to favor. You have to go to Pittsburgh in Week 15. Try to beat the Steelers on the road. Look, you were able to do it when it mattered the most last season at the end of the year. Now you got to find a way to do it again. You look at Monday Night Football, Week 2 versus the Steelers. So both of your games against the Steelers are on prime time. Everyone's going to be watching. What are you going to do against one of the big boys, one of the big bad bullies in your division? Well, look, you punched the bully right in the mouth last year. So can you do it again? You got him on the road in Week 15. On Sunday Night Football, you got them at home on Monday Night Football in Week 2. Early season matchup, statement game. What are you going to do? Monday night, Week 2, Steelers coming to your place. You look at divisional games. Baltimore Ravens, Super Bowl defending Baltimore Ravens. What are you going to do? Super Bowl defending champs, Week 17, at home. Just like you had them last year. That could be for the division. If you play good enough football, that could be for the division. And why not? You've been good enough the last couple of years to have a shot. You haven't played good football in stretches, which have cost you the ability to win a division. Why not this year? Week 17, at home, Ravens coming to your place. That could be for the division. But you got to play good football to get it to that point. You look at Week 10, you're at Baltimore. So you haven't been able to beat this Ravens team in Baltimore. Let's see what you can do in Week 10. You look at the Steelers. We talked about both of those matchups. We're talking Week 2, at home, Monday Night Football, Steelers coming to your place. We're talking Week 15. You got to go to Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football. You look at the Cleveland Browns. Don't forget about Cleveland, this interstate rivalry. You got to find a way to beat the Browns twice. You let them beat you once last season. You cannot allow that to happen again. You got to sweep the Browns. Week 11, you got them at home. Week 4, you got to go to their place. Got to find a way to get the Browns twice if you want to win this division. You look at anomalies. These are anything that stand out in a schedule. And for me, anomalies are 3 straight home or road games, 3 out of 4 on the road or at home, or the occasional, and this look is extremely rare, 4 out of 5 on the road or at home. There are a couple of teams around the league that have that. It's rare, but it does happen. You look at the home anomaly. You have both a home and an away anomaly. You look at the home anomaly for the Bengals, and it's 3 out of 4. You look at Week 2, you're home for Pittsburgh. You look at Week 3, home for the Packers. You look at Week 5, home for the New England Patriots. That's a heck of a stretch of football. I'm talking about make or break your season type of stretch. 3 out of 4 at home against the likes of the Steelers, Packers, and Patriots. If you can find a way to get 2 out of 3 of those, you deserve to win the division. And I tell you what, we're going to see what the Bengals are made of very early in this season with that home anomaly stretch of football. You look at the away anomaly, and this one is rough. I talked about teams having the rare 4 out of 5 anomaly. Well, you guys are one of those teams that were unlucky enough to get 4 out of 5 on the road. So you look at Week 6 at Buffalo, Week 7 at Detroit, Week 9 at Miami, Week 10 at Baltimore. So that's a tough stretch of football. You get one home game sandwiched in between those two road games on both sides. Got to find a way to get two of those road games. Get the one in the middle at home. You'll come out of that 3 out of 5. You'll take that all day long. But that's a tough stretch of football. We'll see what the Bengals are made of early on in this season. You look at your bye week. It's week 12. Great bye. Sort of a little late, but hey, you'll take it later rather than early. That's a solid bye week. You look at Cozy, circle on the calendar type of games. Week 17, Baltimore coming to you. That's a big game. And the timeout on your schedule is the anomaly. The 4 out of 5 games on the road, that's a tough stretch of football. We're going to see what you are made of. And I tell you what, 4 out of your 6 games in the division come after week 9. You're going to have to be playing some of your better football toward the end of the season. And you hear that sound in the background. That means that was the Cincinnati Bengals in 5 minutes or less.
5 minutes or less.